Hey Warriors, welcome to the second episode of WTV. I'm Grace. On this episode, we look at unsung heroes who keep athletes on the field. We also look at how a new state law is going to be affecting all students soon. But first, due to recent events at Westside, WTV took an in-depth look at what administrators are going to do to keep our schools safe.
On Friday, September 21st, a Westside High School student brought 2 guns to school in his backpack. Luckily, they were never used. On Monday, September 24th, the student admitted to bringing the guns, and disciplinary actions have been taken. Now more than ever, school safety is on everyone's mind, and Principal Marianne Ricketts says that students play an important role in keeping our school safe.
Students are our best defense against anything happening in this building. I think our students know the difference between, right and wrong.
Westside High School has been updating its security measures before this incident occurred and will continue to do so. Assistant Principal of Westside High School, Dr. Jeff Wagner, talks about the security measures we currently have in place.
We have a lot of procedures in place, and a lot of it starts with just a protocol and a plan. So we have plans to identify inside emergencies, fire drills, tornado drills, chemical spills, intruders, bomb threat. I mean, there's a lot of different protocols that we have.
Most importantly, the safety of our school affects the students inside of it, so let's see what some students think.
Most of the time I feel pretty safe, except for I think that there's problems with more like specifically the landing.
The tornado drill and the inside emergency and everything, they have situations set up to where you know where to go, and they're all around the schools.
While certain security measures like inside emergency drills may seem like a hassle, they are truly there for the students' protection in case a serious threat may arise. For WTV, this has been Cassie and Danello.
Students at Westside take tests and quizzes on a daily basis, but starting this fall, nearly 150 students will be given a survey unlike anything they have ever seen.
Westside has joined with Omaha Public Schools to give their students a health survey dealing with their history of sex, violence, and other topics.
The principal of Westside High School, Marianne Ricketts, thinks the survey will be beneficial to our district.
I think what we're trying to get at is, are our students healthy? Are they making good choices? What can we do, again, to make sure that our students are the very best they can be, not just academically and socially, but health-wise too. We want them to make good decisions.
Dr. Adi Poor, the director of the Douglas County Health Department, finds it important to have data on the adolescents.
Our role is really that this is a public health survey. So we are really assessing the community, the health of the community. And what we have lacked for a long time is data in young individuals, in adolescents. So when we know what those risk behaviors are, we can implement programs. I just congratulate every student who participates at this survey because it gives us a picture of this community. And that's what we need. You need to know the road before you can go on it.
For WTV, this has been Anna.
The goal of most dedicated high school athletes is to continue their sport on into college. Westside senior volleyball players Capri Quates and Anna Skold get the opportunity to do just that. Both Skold and Quates were recruited to Division I schools as juniors, Skold to Boston College and Quates to Drake. Quates found that the recruiting process wasn't only about volleyball.
It's kind of a stressful process. Like when you're deciding which schools, you have to look at them for both volleyball and for school to make sure has your major, what you want to study.
Underclassmen on the team have found Quates and Skold as role models, along with head varsity volleyball coach Kim Iman, who has seen the girls grow as both players and leaders.
Capri has been on varsity for 4 years and Anna for 3, so they've kind of lived through it all, so they use that experience to help others, both on and off the court, on how to manage time and volleyball skills and that type of thing.
Going to play college volleyball is a new experience, but Skold is ready for the opportunity.
I'm really excited about playing college volleyball. I think it'll be cool to take my skills to the next level. But I think I'm a little nervous because it's going to be a lot different than anything I've ever done before.
For WTV, this has been Olivia and Emily.
The new high school cafeteria regulations require every student to purchase a half a cup of fruit or vegetable with every meal. Culinary manager Sharon Schaefer noticed an issue arising from this new rule.
Children take fruits and vegetables that they may or may not actually want to eat. Some of it ends up going in the trash. Custodians noticed it going in the trash. We noticed it going into the trash. A student noticed it going into a trash.
Sophomore Kelly Shilkin came up with the idea to put fruit donation bins in the cafeteria.
If you don't want the fruit, then most people just throw it away, and there's a lot of fruit going to waste. So instead of throwing it away, you can just put it in a donation bin and give it to someone who needs it.
Students are now able to place their uneaten fruit in the bins next to the lunch lines. Diane Zapay, Director of Nutrition Services, explains who will benefit from these bins.
The first place that we are going to be giving that fruit is to our own needy families. And right here at Westside, we have a Westside Pantry where we identify people who need extra food, and so we'll be giving it to them to give to these families.
Schaefer has already seen improvements.
We're seeing less fruit go in the trash, more fruit go in the donation bin, but honestly, we're also seeing more fruit getting eaten.
The next time you are in the cafeteria, remember to put your uneaten fruit in a donation bin so it won't be wasted and will help out families in need. For WTV, this has been Sydney.
Thanks, Sydney. We will now look at a cross-country runner who's not your typical high school transfer student. Also, a free library becoming popular across the metro.
Junior Max Knight transferred from Omaha North this summer. Knight is a two-time state qualifier for cross-country and plays hockey in the off-season. Knight sees major differences between the two schools.
I came here because, back in February, my brother passed away, and the whole family just wanted to restart, so we moved over here, and we like it so far. So.
Knight's addition brings depth as well as experience to the Warrior cross-country team. Assistant cross-country coach Drew Forrester talks about the leadership Knight adds to the team.
His leadership is definitely affecting our team in a very positive way.
My goals are to try and make state again, and I want to help other teammates come with us and qualify on their own too. You know, you just want to quit, but you gotta just tell yourself to keep on going.
For WTV, this has been Corey.
Every day after school, student athletes crowd into the athletic training room to have their ankles wrapped, shoulders iced, and more. Sean Campbell is the athletic trainer at Westside and has many responsibilities.
Being an athletic trainer covers a lot of different things, but mostly it deals with kind of the medical aspects and the health of the athletes.
Senior Kate Durst was asked to be an athletic trainer her sophomore year after taking the class Intro to Health Sciences.
Release. Push.
Mr. Campbell actually asked me end of my sophomore year if I wanted to be an athletic trainer for the following football season. And I thought it would be a great opportunity to start learning different types of medicine and what I could possibly be interested in. So I took the opportunity and started showing up every day for practice. I love athletic training. It's a great time. You not only get to meet with just kids who are interested in athletics, but you really get to bond with a lot of the athletes. They become almost like family.
Athletic trainers dedicate a lot of time to their jobs, taking care of athletes long after practice is over. Durst has enjoyed all the time she has spent with the athletes and plans to go into medicine in college. For WTV, this has been Grace.
Located at Swanson Elementary, the Little Free Library is not your average place to get books. First grade teacher Jill Conyers describes what it is that makes this library unique.
The Little Free Library is an honor system library that I created here at school after viewing some news footage on little free libraries that have been started all over the United States. I started this at Swanson because I know of a handful of students who may not have access to large numbers of books, and also other students who would like to exchange books for something different.
The new growing trend, known as the Little Free Library, is spreading from coast to coast and has landed in the Omaha area at Swanson, helping students get the chance to read more books. Swanson is one of the first elementary schools in the Westside District to build a new library, but expanding it to other schools in the Omaha area might not be a bad idea.
I think the Little Free Library would be a good idea in any school, and people have even started them in their front yards with an old phone book or an old mailbox where they are exchanging books.
Students at Swanson appreciate the opportunities that the Little Free Library brings. For WTV, this has been Laurel and Jordan.
Last, we will take a look at a student who has dedicated a lot of time to a unique sport.
The Nebraska Board of Education recently voted in favor of having a mandatory law stating that every school in the state must set a time aside every day to recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Westside High School Principal Marion Ricketts explains how Westside is planning on participating in the new state law.
We are required to have our students say the Pledge of Allegiance every day. Right now, the administrative team, we've looked at doing it during homeroom. We think that would be the best time, maybe about 8:05. We will have flags in every homeroom or areas where homerooms meet.
The new rule has students thinking about how saying the Pledge of Allegiance might affect the learning environment.
I think we should say it every day because the middle school does and so do elementary schools.
I think having to say the Pledge of Allegiance first mod every day, well, especially on Wednesdays, will take away from valuable class time we could have learning stuff on Wednesday mornings.
The district's elementary schools and middle school already say the Pledge of Allegiance every week. However, the new law hasn't been put into effect at the high school yet. For WTV, this has been Maddie and Sandra.
While most parents put their children into dance class or soccer, Martin Stone's parents enrolled her into horseback riding. Stone tells us why she got started.
My mom just wanted me to start because I used to be really shy, and it apparently gave kids more self-confidence to ride.
While horseback riding takes a lot of time out of her week, Stone still manages to find time for school and friends.
It is hard, like getting all my homework done and keeping my grades up and continuing to ride.
Cliff Richardson, riding instructor, has been working with Stone since the beginning of the summer.
Generally, it depends on the combination of horse and rider, how many lessons you take a week, but I would say anywhere from 2 to 5 years.
Stone has turned horseback riding into a career. She started winning ribbons and is able to win up to $5,000 in cash prizes, which pays for her lessons and grooming of her horse. Spending 2 to 3 times a week at her barn, keeping a 4.0 GPA, and having fun with friends, Martin is an example of a student who can manage their time. For WTV, this has been Delnoza and Hannah.
At first glance, Westside High School's parking lot may appear average, but one student has put a lot of time and effort into his unique hobby. Westside junior John Gallagher talks about his 2004 Subaru WRX.
I have a turbo back exhaust system. It's MagnaFlow catback and a Turbo XS catless downpipe. It increases exhaust flow for more horsepower gains. I also have a K&N cold air intake, increases cold air flow for more horsepower, and I have some aftermarket rims, and that's about all I've done to my car as of right now.
Gallagher explains his plans for the future as a car enthusiast.
After high school, I'd like to go to Metro and possibly do some auto body shop classes for dent repairs and other collision repairs.
Gallagher has many plans for his car in the future and eventually hopes to participate in autocross and off-road rally with his car. For WTV, this has been Alex and Joe.
Thanks for tuning in to the second episode of WTV. Be sure to watch the next show that airs October 18th.